Schlossbrauerei, Hohentanner Ma, Märzen, Festbier.
Life is too short to be drinking shitty beer.
Welcome to another edition of Bands, Bikes and Booze Reviews. Fuck me, that was a difficult one to fucking say without messing it up. But it is the Hohentanner Schlossbrauerei Märzen Festbier. Schlossbrauerei, in case you're interested, Schloss translates to castle. It translates to a castle that you live in, not a castle that's used for defence, apparently. That's what I've been told. Anyway, this is their Märzen Festbier. Now, they do a winter Festbier as well. And not had that, not tried it, but I think it's a dark one. This, from what I can gather from the description, it's a Märzen in the true sense of the word, i.e. it's amber in colour, a little bit darker than a Helles. And I've been getting a few of them recently in that little pack. There's beers that look and sometimes taste almost like a Helles as well, and of course Helles hasn't really got a place in the Oktoberfest history or heritage up until very, very recently, when they kind of replaced Märzen with Helles, but a lot of them still keep the Märzen for the Oktoberfest. Now, I was looking at the little Welsh fella today, and he was reviewing, he'd actually done the review a couple of days ago, but he reviewed the Brewdog Oktoberfest beer, and yeah, he came to the same conclusion that me without even tasting it. It was a bag of fucking dog shit, apparently, and he went one further and reckoned it was a rebadged lost lager. That wouldn't surprise me in the slightest, because as I said yesterday in the description, Brewdog described it as a Pilsner, and Pilsner has got no fucking place in Oktoberfest heritage or history. It's just not the done drink. So yeah, Brewdog, bravo for getting it wrong yet again, you fucking morons. And relax. What have we got here? We've got Hohentanner Märzen Festbier. Now, I've tried a couple from this brewery. I've actually reviewed, they do a Keller beer, a dark Keller beer, and it got a 10 out of 10. Very good stuff. Look it up on the channel if you want to see that review. So I've got high hopes for this, and they've got quite a good reputation from what I can gather. Now, they've been going since 1864, and they're based in Bavaria, of course, and they do the full range of German-style beers, and this Märzen is no exception. It's come along in this little Oktoberfest pack. If you haven't seen this, you must be living under a rock, but this is what Lidl are doing at the moment. Get one. In my opinion, it's worth it. For the beers I've tried so far, I've not really had one that's been bad. I've had a few very average beers. Hang on, where the fucking hell? I've had a few average beers. I've had some really good ones as well. The Pickelsteiner is a standout one for me. The Schneiderweiss Festbier is another good one. A really interesting Weiss Festbier, or Festweiss, if you want to call it that. I see some people saying that Aldi's are doing the Erdinger Festbier. I really don't want to review that. I've reviewed it once already, and it was very, very fucking average. And people are ranting and raving about how great it is. Well, you obviously haven't tried the Schneiderweiss Festbier, because in my opinion, that's the best Weizen Festbier out there at the moment. Certainly that I've tried. I'm willing to be proven wrong, but Erdinger is not going to prove me wrong, because I've tried it, and just like all their beers, it's just so fucking average. But there you go, that's just me. Anyway, we're not talking about Erdinger, we're talking about Hohentanner. As I say, they've been going since 1864. It wasn't until 1930 they purchased that castle, and they renamed themselves to the Schlossbrauerei Hohentanner. One thing I will say about this beer as well, I mean, there is sparse information about it, hence the reason I'm fucking treading water here. They use decoction mashing on this. If you're not sure what decoction mashing is, sometimes it's called a double fermentation mashing. It basically means as the beer is in the boil and it's boiling up, etc., part of it is removed and then added in at a later time, which is supposed to intensify the flavour. And I've tried a few beers, well, quite a lot of German beers actually are brewed in this way. British brewers don't really do it because it's a very risky process. You can easily get it wrong and fuck up a whole batch of beer, and that's costly, both in time and ingredients as well. So decoction mashing is a very skilled way of brewing, and the Germans seem to have got that down to an art, certainly in Bavaria. And this is brewed using that. So I'm quite looking forward to this. It looks good on paper. Let's see if it lives up to it. Right, this is a 500 bottle. It's 5.6%. That's about it, really. I'll give you, if autofocus wants to fucking do what it's designed to do. Oh, there you go. There's the back. There's the front. Nice traditional label. I do like that. All good stuff. Not much on the brew sheet, to be honest, and I find this a lot with German brewers now. They just don't give you a breakdown of what hops and what ingredients they put into the beer. But this brewery do make a big thing about saying that they use Hallertau hops, they use local Bavarian malt, and in keeping with most other Bavarian brewers, they've got their own well, which they draw soft water from. The key ingredient to good beer, in my opinion. Certainly bottom fermented beer. I will make an exception for top fermented beer. The British and the Belgians as well, we do it properly. So there you go. But that's just my opinion, as is every review on this channel. So there you go. Let's get it open. Let's see what's going on. Right. There is ye olde cap. 3 what look like Christmas trees, but they're obviously fir trees. Bavaria is full of them. I actually had a walk in or a wander in a Bavarian forest, and yeah, absolutely magical it was when I was over there last time. Oh, blimey, this is dark, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, now that's what a Märzen should look like. Just dark amber like that. That's what I would expect. Oh, fuck me, there is some aroma on that. That is pungent. Let's see what we are getting. Now, on the nose. Oh, that is lovely. There's hints of caramel straight away. That's the first thing that hits you. It's the caramel. Quite a lot of spice as well. Sulphur and spice. Not bad. And there's a sweetness to it as well that I'm getting. Again, from the malt with that caramel and a mixture of the yeast. So it smells, I have to say, it smells fantastic. That is exactly, I mean, there are some good Märzens out there, but if you want to smell the archetypal Märzen and what it should look and taste and smell like, this is the one, believe me. Really nice. Oh well, let's see if it lives up to the reputation of the aroma. Zum Wohl, as I say in Germany. Oh, we may have a winner here. Oh, this is lovely. This is brilliant, I have to say. Stop the fucking clocks. This, for me, is a winner. Really nice. Exactly what you'd expect in a Märzen, but it just goes a little bit further as well. Again, full-bodied, super full-bodied. Big caramel malt on that as well. That is perfect. That is the perfect Märzen for me. It really is great. That has got everything. It's got the caramel malt. It's got the big malty finish on it as well, which is a mixture of caramel and the bready type malt as well, if you can imagine them too. Obviously, because they've got light coloured malt and slightly roasted malt in here, that's where you're getting that from. There's nice sweetness coming from the yeast, nice honey overtone on that as well, and there's just the right amount of hop bitterness on that, which makes this perfect. Quite a long lasting finish, very full bodied, nice mouthfeel. What more could a pisshead like me want? Oh, that's amazing. That really is good. I really cannot fault that. Now, again, I'm not one to fucking lay down the law on what beer should and shouldn't taste like. But if you're going to do an Oktoberfest beer, this is what you should be aiming for. Not fucking rebadged Pilsner's Brewdog, you fucking morons. This is a true taste of what... I'm not talking about the Munich stuff because that's really commercialised and, you know, they've got their own views on that. And to be fair, Munich is the centre of the Oktoberfest. That's where the tradition comes from. It's from the Crown Prince of Bavaria. That's what it's celebrating, the marriage in, I think it was 1812 or something like that. But Märzen was the beer for that. And it was specially designed to celebrate that, and every year it's just gone on from there. But this, for me, is what it should taste like. It's lovely. It's got the correct flavours, correct mouthfeel, really drinkable, full-bodied, bit of caramel malt, bit of hop spice on there, and a nice big bready and malt, caramel malt finish on it. And it's lovely. This is fucking amazing stuff. Yeah, for me, this is the best so far. Now I've got, I think it's 3 more. I am going to go through all 10. Well, no, that's a lie. I'm going to go through 8 of them because I'm not reviewing the Oktoberfest, not reviewing the Schneiderweiss because I've done them twice, I think, already. But so far, this is the best one out of that box for me. So what is the verdict on Hohentanner Märzen Festbier? Well, that for me is perfect. That is exactly what I would expect, certainly from a Bavarian Märzen, brewed to celebrate Oktoberfest. This is what all you wannabes in England who are trying to brew Oktoberfest beers, and even some of the, I wouldn't say some of the German stuff because they have their own local traditions, so I'm not going to fucking pass judgment on them. But certainly I can in this country where some of these craft brewers are trying to pass off, well, for want of a better word, fucking dog shit as Oktoberfest beer. You've really got it wrong. You can't brew lagers at the fucking best of times, and you're trying to somehow brew a Märzen. Nah, not happening, unfortunately. Go over to Germany. Well, that's the trouble. Brewdog have. They've done that. They've done a collaboration with Weihenstephaner, so they've got no excuse. Well, they have. I think they just want to make money. That's what it's all about with Brewdog. They don't give a fuck about the beer anymore. They've passed caring. I look at Gordon Ramsay sometimes and he goes into, was it Kitchen Nightmares or something? And he says to some of the chefs, he says, you've given up. And they basically have, because they don't care what they're pumping out, and that's where Brewdog are now. So fucking way to go, Brewdog, and you value yourself at 2.3 billion. Go fuck yourselves. Oh, where did this turn into a rant when I'm drinking the best Märzen I've had in a long time? One more mouthful. Oh, it's fucking lovely. That's really nice. That's what a Märzen should taste like. For me, that is 10 out of 10. And I'm going to give it 10 out of 10 because I've tried all them others, and yes, some of them are calling themselves Märzens, but they're very light in colour. They're high ABV, which Märzen should be, so they have got that right. But they just haven't got everything spot on. The colour, the flavour, the aroma, the mouthfeel, the body is just perfect for me. And that's probably one of the best Märzens I've tried in a hell of a long time. I love it. That is 10 out of 10 all day long. For me, that's the best one out of the box so far. Really liking that. Got everything a good Märzen should have. Very malt forward. The hops take a back seat. Full bodied. Little bit of sweetness. Nice bit of caramel malt. Nice bit of bready malt on the finish as well. It's quite a long finish on it too. The hops have taken a back seat. There is a little bit of hop bitterness on there, but not a great deal. This is all about the sweet honey coming from the yeast and the big caramel and light bready type finish from the malts, the two different types of malts that are in here. And it's perfect. That's 10 out of 10 all day long. And remember, just like this stuff, beer is working class champagne.